8. Nissan GT-R R34 Skyline 1999 to 2002. The Nissan GT-R R34 wasn't just a car, it was a legend written in steel and boost. When it landed in 1999, it felt decades ahead. A twin-turbo inline-six, a Tessa ETS all-wheel drive, and super high-cast four-wheel steering made it not just quick, but surgical. Nicknamed Godzilla for how it crushed rivals. It hit 0 to 60 in about 4.9 seconds. But the real magic was control. On track or in rain, it felt unshakable, almost supernatural for its era. Then the plug was pulled. Emissions tightened, the yen strengthened, and Nissan's finances cratered. The R34 was costly to build and sell, and the market for hardcore coupes was shrinking fast. Production ended in 2002, a gut punch to enthusiasts. The Skyline name lived on, but the R35 that followed was a different beast, more supercar, less street legend, missing that raw analog heartbeat. The R34 didn't die because it failed. It died because it was too good, too advanced, too expensive to evolve, too pure for a profit-driven world. Today, it's among the most collectible JDM icons, prices soaring as the last chapter of an era and the end of innocence in performance design. But if you think Nissan was the only one forced to bury a legend, wait until you see what Toyota did to one of its greatest creations. 7. Mazda RX-8, 2003 to 2012. The RX-8 was Mazda's brave attempt to keep the Rotary dream alive. It followed the legendary RX-7, and expectations were sky high. Unfortunately, reality didn't cooperate. On paper, it sounded perfect. A lightweight four-door sports coupe with a 1.3-liter rotary engine revving to 9,000 RPM. It handled beautifully, looked unique, and had those iconic rear-hinge doors. But the magic ended when it came time to live with one. The rotary engine was smooth, yes, but it was also fragile. It burned oil, flooded easily, and required constant attention. Many owners didn't know how to care for it properly, and engines started dying young. Add strict emission standards, and Mazda's dream engine became a liability. By 2012, the RX-8 was discontinued, not because people didn't love how it drove, but because it couldn't pass new regulations. It was the last rotary-powered production car in the world, and its death felt like losing a piece of history. Still, the RX-8 deserves credit. It proved Mazda's dedication to doing things differently, even when it didn't make business sense. It wasn't perfect, but it had soul, and that's something no EV can replace. 6. Mazda RX-7 FD3S 1992 to 2002. The Mazda RX-7 FD was a masterpiece, sleek, light, and built around the 13 BREW twin-rotor rotary. It wasn't about brute power, it was about balance. 50-50 weight distribution, razor-sharp handling, and a driving feel so pure it felt alive in your hands. It made around 276 horsepower, but the magic was delivery. Sequential twin turbos gave a smooth rising surge to redline, and the rotary didn't rumble. It screamed, high-pitched and otherworldly. On a mountain road, few cars could keep up. Light on its feet and beautifully tuned, it's still hailed as one of the best handling cars ever made. But brilliance came with a cost. The 13B was temperamental. It loved revs and demanded strict maintenance, fuel, and oil. Neglect invited apex seal failures and blown turbos. Add tightening emissions and rising costs, and Mazda's dream became unsustainable. By 2002, it was gone. The RX-8 tried to carry the torch, but never matched the magic. The RX-7 wasn't just a car, it was a feeling, a rare bond between human and machine. It didn't die because it failed. It died because the world didn't understand it. And speaking of misunderstood legends, the next car was born from Nissan's racing heritage, built to dominate, but crushed by its own company.